Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much, Joshua, for the kind words and the kind introduction. So, welcome to everyone. I prefer to speak in English if that's okay, because
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please.
seeing, we have a short time, and by the time I could converse in Tamil, it would extend the time. So yeah, it's really I'm very delighted to be here today. Where you've organized such a different kind of an international media fest, bringing in people from experts from different sectors within the media industry as such. And I was just listening to some of the speakers here, and it was really it's something very different which you have thought of, where you've really brought in motivation and inspired a lot of minds who are aspiring to get into the industry. Because I mean, we read the papers and we've seen that the tourism, the hospitality and the entertainment sector has been widely impacted due to COVID. But yeah, I mean, that is what it is. Life is full of trials and challenges, and we should be ready to face it and accept it and just keep moving on. I would like to just share upon two aspects which are something which are quite close to my heart. One is, as you read in my bio, I am a firm supporter of women and youth empowerment. And women empowerment is something which is I really advocate a lot. I talk about it a lot everywhere. I mean, that's a problem which we face across the various industries. And gender balance, gender disparity in terms of pay, opportunities. This is a wide, it's a very an important issue which is mostly ignored. But research has always shown that recently in 2018 McKinsey's report, if you see, the more diversity the organization has, that brings in creativity, innovation, and the bottom line is 33% increase in profits. And this is something which is across the world, companies have really taken it seriously, and they've brought in diversity within their board, especially in the senior management team. And if you talk about the media industry as such, diversity, women, gender diversity is a very huge problem, and there's lots that needs to be done in India. I mean, in the UK, there is a lot of campaign, there is a lot of activism around it, and there are regulations around it. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to share with you all some of the initiatives that are implemented worldwide, which can be as a reference for our industry in India as well, who could learn from these initiatives, learn from the successes, and implement this so that there is a wider development of the women workforce. So I'll just read out a few of the initiatives which which I know of. I mean, if you see BBC, they have a program called Expert Women, and it was launched to tackle the disparity between male and female experts. And if you see the program itself, it has developed a database of women with expertise and has a dedicated YouTube channel in an attempt to boost the number of female contributors featured on its TV and radio programs. And there was a very interesting research that was done by the BFI Institute, and they found sorry, not the BFI Institute, it was the Center for the Study of Women in Television and Film. And it was found that only 18% of women were employed in behind the scene roles, positions, and which was only 1% above since from 2016. And the reason is not that there are not enough experts. The fundamental two reasons is, one, the women are not given the chance. They are thought that they do not have the experience, they do not have the expertise or the emotional intelligence. Because when you talk about women, we think about that we are not emotionally strong enough to face the challenges and things. So there are different kinds of stereotypical thoughts which have really made women lose these opportunities. And for that purpose, programs initiatives like these, which one was the BBC where they have launched. And second, one interesting aspect which I got to know of was Women on TV, which is the first OTT television network offering to subscribers original content created by women for women. And this was something very interesting which I got to know of. And it is a one-stop viewing spot filled with shows that excite, educate, and entertain women of all ages. So purely a women OTT, an initiative developed by women for women of different ages. And third, the other interesting aspect was an organization called RISE, which is a not-for-profit for gender diversity within the broadcast technology sector. And they launched the first UK-based mentoring scheme for women, aiming at supporting women in operations, engineering, sales, marketing, and business roles in the industry. So this, I mean, this mentoring scheme brings in other experienced women to mentor, to coach, and develop other women who have the potential to become an expert or grow within their chosen fields. And this is something, I mean, even if you see my own self, I'm purely from a tech background, and I mean, a regular woman who had aspirations with a family, career, and but when I wanted to get into politics, and it was mentoring which was really helpful for me to, like, get that support. And my mentors were all women, and again, when women support other women, the results are phenomenal. And that's where I became the first Indian-born woman to be ever elected in the 950 years of history of City of London Corporation. So mentoring is something which is always ignored. And I think, I mean, Joshua, with your institution, with you, like, with all the wonderful programs that you run, I think you should really start, like, setting up, because you have a lot of alumni because of the number of years you've been in the industry. So it would be a good opportunity to set up a mentoring a hub where you mentor and coach women and youngsters to, like, get that confidence, learn from the experts, because the hands-on experience is more important than what you learn from textbooks and academics. So it has to be a good balance, and that can be achieved by if you have a good mentors, a network of mentors to network, to learn from them. And lastly, I mean, film industry, when you talk, it's always about the award shows and like, the glamour and things. So one recent initiative which was instituted by the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, the BAFTAs, which is the, like, the aspiration of any people in the media industry. To get a BAFTA award is, like, it's commendable, like, you've really done something big. And they have come up with a diversity requirement standards framework, which they have like, ensured that whoever the nominations are received, they have to have 4 criteria around diversity so that they could be eligible for entering into the BAFTAs. So, and these are the kind of really some hardcore initiatives that globally that have started to happen to encourage diversity, gender balance in the various like, roles across the sector. So I think it's high time now that we stop talking on quotas. I think we all understand that we need 50-50 representation of women, but it is now time to really set on targets, work on initiatives that we have a balanced workforce to foster innovation, to foster creativity, and of course to increase the bottom lines. And that's one aspect which I wanted to share. And the other aspect was, as I said, I come from a tech background, and technology, skills development, that's something very, like, is close to my heart. And especially when I was just seeing the number of participants, there were a lot of young people I could see with whoever the cameras were on. And what I would, like, say here is continuous development is very, very important. Skills development is very important. I mean, with my own example, if you see, be it in my professional background, being as an entrepreneur or being as a politician, I've always, like, relied upon my own skills, my own knowledge that I have. And that's something each one has to take ownership and initiative to develop the right knowledge and skills that is required. And with technology, if you see, there's a lot of disruption that has caused, one, because of technology, and second, because of globalization. So when there is a disruption, there is the equal reaction is opportunity. So this is always, we need to, if you see some of the world's largest companies, they were all like, started during crisis, when they were, like, when there were financial crisis, downturns, or during wars. So now, yes, technology has disrupted, globalization has opened up opportunities, and of course the pandemic also has really taught us some very good lessons. And so it's now time to develop those skill sets that are needed. And I can just share with you like, some of the areas which I mean, the youngsters can now start looking up for to develop their skills. And I can just share one data which I found interesting. 1 second, because I'm just checking, so just so that I give you the right numbers. So the production methods and the commercial models have significantly changed in the last few years. And this has opened up a great opportunity for women because, I mean, women have a lot of restrictions where they have to take care of family and things. So they don't need to be present at the workplace to perform their jobs or their roles and responsibilities. And technology is one aspect, and especially if you see the number of engineering graduates in India, I mean, I see a lot of data on that. So getting into technology related career fields is a very good option for women, and of course for young people as well, because they are more creative and they are more digital savvy. And one aspect which again was an interesting factor is it's not about just having creativity and the digital aspect. You also need to have a sense of entrepreneurship. When these three combine together is what the right skill sets that you need to be to be aspiring for an international career. And in India, if you see from 2010 to 2014, the country saw a 7%, 20% and 22% uplift in animation production, in VFX and post-production sectors. I mean, if you really want to have an international career, you want to really get the opportunity to work for a global brand. So these are the three areas within my own research and understanding. Coming from a tech background is what I see, which holds a good opportunity for our engineering graduates or people aspiring to get into technical related media fields. And before I conclude, I just wanted to share the recent skills audit assessment that was done by the BFI Institute. And I was a bit surprised to see the kind of skill shortages that were there in the UK. And I'm a firm supporter of to develop trade between creation of job opportunities between between the UK and India. And with now the government coming up with new visa initiatives, regulations, so it opens up a door of opportunities. And some of the areas, the skill shortages that I got to know of was in the art department, especially the art directors, the props, then the VFX areas across all levels and all seniorities, assistant directors, production accountants, again against all levels, script supervisors, line producers, and strategic or business management roles. So these were some of the highlights of that skills audit report, which was done for the British Film Institute. And so this, I mean, gives us a real more primary data to really start thinking that we need to develop our skills if you want to have a global career, you want to work for international brands. So these are the areas that are that the opportunity is there. Yes, of course, technology has disrupted, but that's not the end. But it has also opened up new doors, new avenues. And as Mr. Jaibalan said earlier, it's now borderless. So the whole world is there to conquer and really achieve your aspirations. So just 2 points to conclude. One, diversity is important, and I see a lot of participants here in the event today. And of course, I'm sure you can also send out the message that diversity cannot be ignored, and it is high time that people start taking gender diversity seriously. The underlying reason is for sustainability. If you want to be sustainable, you want a sustainable industry, you need to really bring in gender diversity. And secondly, on the skill side, as I said, if you have the right learning attitude, the passion, and the interest to be on par with industry, then the opportunities are amazing. So continuous development is very important. No matter whatever career stage you are, the world is revolving, changing. So yeah, just go for it and enjoy your life. Achieve your dreams and never stop never stop learning. That's it from my side, and I would like to congratulate you and the entire team and all the participants here. Very best in your future endeavors, and wherever I could be of assistance, I'm happy to support. And even I'm from Chennai, born brought up in Chennai, moved to the UK in 2003, and happy to support along with Mr. Jaibalan, he said, with the IBN network. So best wishes to everyone, and yeah, and continue to shine. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for spending your valuable time and highlighting a lot of important points about women empowerment. You would highlight various the skill gap the skill gap in the media industry. How much of skill gap? Where are the variations? What are the opportunities which are available? Maybe those are the opportunities which some of our participants should also look forward to upskilling themselves in those particular avenues. And about gender equality and various domains, you have been you are a huge source of inspiration and pride to many of us here. அனைவருக்கும் சொல்லணும்னா நம்ம இந்தியால இருந்து இருக்க ஒரு பெண்மணி லண்டன் கார்பரேஷன், அது இப்ப நம்ம ஊர்ல எப்படி சென்னை கார்பரேஷன், மதுரை கார்பரேஷன், இந்த மாதிரி கார்பரேஷன் லண்டன் கார்பரேஷன், இது வந்து ஒரு 950 years ஓல்டு. இது ஒரு பெரிய வரலாறு, மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு இடம். இந்த இடத்துல எலெக்டட் கவுன்சிலர், ஒரு இந்திய பெண்மணி எலெக்டட் கவுன்சிலர் ஆகிருக்காங்க. இவங்க தான் முதல் பெண்மணி எலெக்டட் கவுன்சிலர் ஆகிறதுக்கு. யூ ஆர் ப்ரைட் ஆஃப் அவர் நேஷன் and we are very happy to have you with us, ma'am, for the validity function. Thank you once again for your valuable time, ma'am.
Thank you, Joshua.